This is always the worst part for me, the morning on a Monday, because like, when you step outside, you can just tell how hot it's gonna be. Like if it's crisp or even like slightly cool, you know that it's not gonna get hot right away. But when you go outside and you get punched in the face by heat, you just know it's gonna be hot. And I thought, since it's been a week of like, last week was like, I think it reached like 110, and it was in triple digits the whole time, which I'm sure some of you guys roll your eyes at, but I don't get it too often. I usually get mid to lower 90s. I figured I would try a heavy pomade, do an endurance test of it today, and I haven't even tried this, so it's going to be kind of like a first look at it too. And that's Pompking pomades, OG. So talked to Hector about this, and he said that this is supposed to be like their heavy to very heavy. Now he's working on a just one that's going to be super heavy, but this one is just like the OG baller status hold is what I was told. So I thought, what a better way to test it than in the heat, you know. The ingredients on it are beeswax, coconut oil, lanolin, micro wax, scent, and color, which I'm a little weary of, because if it's going to be a heavy hold product and it's super waxy, I might not like it. So, but I'm going into it kind of like I said, endurance test, first try, open mind. The scent on it is kind of like a spicy, it kind of just reminds me, it's supposed to be like a spicy bay rum. I would say it kind of reminds me of that. It's more spice than it is rum, but it's good. The color is like a nice gray. Let's see what the scoopability is like. Ugh, okay, you gotta put some weight into it, but it's not too bad. I'll scoop it again just so you can see, but the breakdown, pretty easy. You have to warm it up, but I mean, for a heavy, it's not bad. It does feel really waxy though, like right off the bat. So I can tell that I'm gonna want to use lighter amounts of this, or I'm gonna have a bad time with my hair, because I'm not too into waxy products. But you know, we'll figure it out and see how it goes. So once again, just one more scoop. You see, it takes pressure to break the top layer, but once you do, it's actually not that bad of a scoop for a heavy. You just got to break that top layer, but once you're in and underneath, really easy actually. Combing the sides in, I can tell that this has some serious hold to it, but has, for being a heavy, has some decent slickability. So, so far, believe it or not, I'm actually kind of impressed with this. I can't start talking about, I mean, like it's Monday. Okay. The slickability, the breakdown, the application, all of it, styleability is exceeded my expectations for a heavy. So far, I'm actually impressed. Got, I mean, a little bit of blockiness, but pretty good height for you know, a heavier product. At least height in the regards of still retaining some shape. I'm hitting it with the pick real quick. I know I just hit it with the comb, but I want to make sure that both styling techniques work. You know, I'll do the comb every once in a while when I'm at work, but I mainly do the pick. So I figured, since this is kind of my first time using this product, I want to make sure it's versatile in that regards. And it actually responds pretty well to the pick. Got some actually better shape than I did with the comb. And yeah, so far I'm pretty impressed with the way that this stuff handles, and I'm excited to see how the rest of the day, I'm excited to see how the rest of the day holds out. So I will get back to you and let you know. I gotta say, it's hard to tell in here, but outside, this Pomp is like a beautiful Pomp that I got going right now, and the height is like pretty good too. I'm surprised by it. Anyways, just did the unloading. I usually unload beds and stuff like that. Isn't really that big of a deal, but you know, it is work. I am unloading beds, so, and it is hot out. So as of right now, the structural integrity is good. Not going to count that as a stop, but I got a good amount of work today, so we're going to get at it. Just finished my first one for today. It's getting really hot outside. I would say the level of work activity was high on this one. I had just a bed, but I was doing it at a facility, so I had to set it up outside, so I was setting it up in the heat. Took me about 15 minutes, so I was just getting blasted by the sun. Good thing about this product is that it softens up a little bit, but the structural integrity of the hair is still in place. So far I'm impressed. If it keeps up this endurance throughout the day, it's gonna be a really good heavy, but oh my gosh, we will see, because it's getting really hot really quick. Okay, so I just finished up my second stop. The intensity wasn't that high, but the thing that I'm running into right now, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, it's basically my cut, is that since this product is a little bit drier and I only use 2 scoops rather than layering it on, some of these parts are, some of the looser parts will pop up. Now that's easily remedied if I just restyle, which I'm gonna do real quick, and just make it a smaller pomp. Admittedly, I kind of wanted to see how big of a pomp I could make with this product, but I didn't really go what you would say is work safe, so I'm gonna lock it in real quick. But the sides are doing good. Normally with a waxier product I would expect the sides, like the smaller sides, to start like popping up, but you know, they haven't really done that yet. It's been pretty good so far. So yeah, now I got this restyled, got it a little bit smaller. We'll see how it holds throughout the rest of the day. All right, third one's down. Not much has changed. Everything's still looking really good since the last restyle. Yeah, I'll let you know on the next one. I just finished up my fourth one. The intensity level was probably light to medium. It wasn't too bad. Everything's still holding real well, no complaints so far. I just finished up the fifth one. Intensity level was high. It's on the heat quite a bit. Hair looks good still. Don't feel any loose sides, anything stringing out. So far, with the little amount that I used on this stuff, because I only used like 2.5 scoops, the endurance on this is really, 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 really good. I think that was my 6th stop. Oh man. Anyways, actually, I don't know why I put these on. A couple little things started popping up, so not bad. Personally, it's just a preference. I like to have my sides really slicked down tight, and you know, it's not losing endurance per se, but I just wanted to tighten it up. But I can count this as like maybe a touch-up, out of not out of necessity, out of preference. But so far, everything's still holding up really, really well, and I'm really impressed. I don't know if you can hear that, but the radiator's boiling right now pretty bad. Anyways, I would stop 7. I would say the intensity was pretty high. Everything's still holding up. You know, there's a few little small things here and there. Like you can see, there's some stringies, but everything, the main shape of the pomp has retained, and everything's still looking pretty good. Hopefully this is my last stop today, but we'll see. All right, that about wraps it up for today. I'd say my workload was above average, definitely heavier. And the heat was, last time I checked, it was 99, so it was pretty hot today. What are my overall thoughts on the Pompking OG? I like it a lot. I think it's a simple, reliable pomade. I could recommend it if you like old school type pomades like Murray's or Dax. I think I've said this before, but Pompking's brand as a whole reminds me of those old school brands, but modernized. So like, whereas Murray's is kind of, whoops, almost dropped it. As Murray's is almost too hard to scoop out, this is easy and accessible. I didn't find that it was too dry for me, you know, it being like beeswax being the #1 ingredient in here. With the heat, it stayed pretty slick. I would say endurance wise, it would last the whole day with minimal restyles. It's really good. So rating wise, what would I give Pompking OG? I think I'd give it a solid 4.3 out of 5. This is a great pomade, and definitely can recommend it if you like old school pomades, if you like classic feeling pomades, and if you're looking for a great endurance pomade. Like I said before, it feels a lot like a modern take on old school classics. So if you're looking for something that's going to hold up in the weather, that's going to hold up in the heat, that smells good, that can be reliable, and that's cheap, I would say give this a try. I will put out a warning though. If you don't like oil base, or if you don't like old school classic heavy hold pomades, avoid this. But in the same breath, I can say that it's so cheap and so affordable, and a really good deal for how much you get, that it might be worth taking a gamble on. So if you guys have this, let me know what you think, and hope you enjoyed it.